Chosen one, pause for a moment and listen. Something sacred is unfolding inside you right now, and it's not by accident that you're here. Lately, you may have felt different, more sensitive, more aware, more restless in ways you can't explain. What once felt normal no longer fits, and your spirit knows it. This is not confusion. This is not coincidence. This is the beginning of a divine shift. God is moving beneath the surface of your life, preparing you for something greater than you imagined. If you felt pulled to this message, stay with me, because what you're about to hear will explain everything. Chosen one, pause for a moment. Don't scroll past this. Something holy is unfolding within you, and heaven doesn't want you missing what this moment means. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle inner shift, that unexplained restlessness, that sense that you're no longer the person you once were, yet you haven't fully stepped into who you're becoming. You're not imagining this. You're not confused. You're not distracted. You are being set apart. There is a mark on your life that cannot be erased, and God wants you to understand why it's happening now. Take a breath. Something in your spirit already recognizes these words. You didn't arrive here by accident. You were guided here. Lately, you've felt quieter, more sensitive, emotionally aware, spiritually alert, drawn toward God without fully understanding the reason. Things you once enjoyed no longer satisfy you. People you once connected with feel distant. This is not random, and it's not loss. This is the beginning of transformation. There is a moment in every chosen person's life when the inner world begins to shift long before anything changes on the outside. Something inside you has been whispering, this isn't the end of who you are. You sense that more is coming, that something is being prepared for you, even if you can't explain it to anyone else. That's because this process isn't meant to be explained. It's meant to be experienced. Before God lifts someone, He separates them. Before He sends someone, He purifies them. Before He reveals purpose, He strips away the old identity. That's why certain friendships faded. That's why some desires disappeared without effort. That's why familiar environments suddenly feel heavy. That's why conversations that once mattered now feel empty. You didn't lose people. You outgrew them. You didn't lose interest. Heaven changed your appetite. This season of isolation is not rejection. It is preparation. Just like a seed disappears into the ground before it rises into its assignment, you are in the hidden stage right now. You've become emotionally tender, more aware of spiritual things, easily convicted, drawn to prayer, silence, reflection, and inner change. That's because your spirit is waking up. God has been touching areas of you that were dormant. Old gifts are being stirred. Discernment is sharpening. Sensitivity is increasing. You feel different because you are different. God has been working on you quietly, deeply, patiently, far beyond what anyone else can see. That's why places you once felt comfortable now feel foreign. That's why you struggle to connect where you used to belong. Your soul feels older somehow, wiser, quieter. Noise drains you now. Drama exhausts you. Shallow conversations feel meaningless. You crave depth, truth, spirit, and God. This is what happens when heaven stretches your inner capacity. You're not losing yourself. You're meeting who you were always meant to be. Your calling is expanding. Your awareness is increasing. Your spirit is maturing. And anything that can't go where you're headed is falling away. Not because you pushed it out, but because God removed it. That restlessness you feel isn't emptiness. It's prophetic. Your spirit senses movement, promotion, transition, assignment, elevation. Something is shifting, and your soul recognizes it before your mind does. That's why comfort feels uncomfortable. That's why mediocrity irritates you. That's why fake connections feel unbearable. That's why old habits feel suffocating. Your spirit isn't anxious. It's awakening. Chosen one, you were never ordinary. You carry depth, compassion, spiritual sensitivity, discernment, and purpose. People have always noticed something different about you, even when you didn't see it yourself. Some admired it, some misunderstood it, some felt threatened by it, some tried to diminish it, but none of them could remove it because God placed it there. Your difference isn't a weakness, it's proof. Proof that you were called. Proof that you were chosen. Proof that heaven placed something on your life that the world cannot cancel. And now you're entering a new phase. That's why your emotions are shifting. That's why your mindset is changing. That's why your hunger for God is increasing. That's why the old version of you is fading. You're being prepared for a higher level, one that requires maturity, clarity, purity, and strength. This isn't a minor adjustment. This is a divine awakening. You feel changed because God touched you. You feel separated because He's elevating you. You feel restless because your spirit senses what's ahead. You feel emotional because He's drawing you closer. You feel detached from the world because you're attaching to heaven. Your old life is dissolving because your new life is unfolding. Chosen one, you have been marked, and the season ahead will reveal why. Stay still, stay close to God. The transformation isn't finished, but it has begun, and nothing can stop what God has awakened inside you. Chosen one, before you leave this moment, I want you to pause for just a second. Not because of me, not because of the algorithm, but because this moment matters. Nothing you've heard today was accidental. You didn't click on this video randomly. You weren't scrolling without direction. Something in your spirit was searching, and heaven guided you here. And if this message reached you at the exact moment it did, then that alone is confirmation that you are not walking this journey alone. Subscribing is not just pressing a button. It is a decision to stay connected to what your spirit already recognizes as truth. A decision to keep showing up for the messages that strengthen you, ground you, and realign you when the world tries to pull you off course. When you subscribe, you are saying, I choose growth, I choose clarity, I choose purpose over confusion. There are countless voices online, endless noise, endless opinions, endless distractions. But not every voice is meant to shape you. Not every message is meant to guide you. This space was created for those who feel called, those who feel set apart, those who know deep down that they were made for more. If that's you, then subscribing is simply an act of alignment. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to be willing to listen, willing to grow, willing to let God speak to you in ways that go deeper than surface motivation. Every time you return, every time you listen, every time you reflect, something shifts inside you, even if you can't explain it yet. When you subscribe, you're not just supporting a channel. You're joining a community of people who are waking up, people who are choosing depth over distraction, truth over trends, purpose over popularity. You're surrounding yourself, energetically and spiritually, with others who are also walking this path, even if you never meet them face to face. And here's something important you need to understand. When you support content that feeds your spirit, you are also creating space for others to find it. Your subscribe, your like, your comment. These are small actions with real impact. Somewhere out there is someone who feels lost, someone who feels unseen, someone who feels like they don't belong anywhere. And this message, the one you just heard, might be the very thing that reminds them who they are. If this message gave you peace, subscribe. If it gave you clarity, subscribe. If it stirred something in your spirit that you haven't felt in a long time, subscribe. If you felt seen, understood, or gently corrected, subscribe. Not out of obligation, but out of intention. This channel exists for moments like this. Moments when you need reassurance. Moments when you need strength. Moments when you need to be reminded that your journey has meaning, even when it feels quiet, slow, or misunderstood. And there is more coming, more messages, more confirmations, more clarity, more alignment. But here's the truth, not everyone is meant to stay. This space is not for casual watchers. It's for those who are ready to listen deeply, reflect honestly, and grow intentionally. If that resonates with you, then subscribing is simply saying yes to what God is already doing in your life. You don't have to walk this next season alone. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. You don't have to keep questioning whether you're on the right path. Stay connected, stay aligned, stay open. Chosen one, if your heart felt lighter after this message, if your mind feels clearer, If your spirit feels stirred, then subscribe. And let this be one of the places you return to when you need grounding, guidance, and reminder of who you truly are. This is not the end. This is not the peak. This is not the final word. This is the beginning of deeper understanding, stronger faith, and clearer purpose. Subscribe and stay close. The journey is unfolding, and you are right where you need to be.